doing it for my daughter.
I think we talked about this, but filming World Peace, one thing that really bothered me was how the stunt guys were like, the truck's going to go 25. It'll look like it's going 80.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how that pissed me off immediately hearing it because I knew it wasn't true? Did you get the same thing?
Yeah. And you knew it wasn't because the second you saw it, like I remember like specifically the tank truck, it took like 8 minutes to get to the car.
Yeah.
On the stunt, I'm like, this isn't cool.
Yeah.
If I was running that stunt, this car would be doing 100 3 hours ago.
Look up World Peace Miatas, Joey. So this is the backstory. I mean, the stunt coordinator guy. Everybody's a fucking know-it-all, which is why this show. I don't know what type of camera or lenses were used. It doesn't look good. The whole show. Oh, I love the show. Can you go back, Joey? Go back one to hit escape, and then on the bully sketch right there. The Charles sketch that was black and white does look good. The man who would never be. That one looks good. But go ahead. But like this, it just looks flat. It doesn't. It looks. I mean, it looks like an Adult Swim show, obviously, because they're using some 4K. They probably used like a Sony Venice or something. I can't remember what they used. They probably used a Sony Venice with like Zeiss or Leica Summa, some sort of basic bitch cheap, but a legit cinema lens.
It's cheap cinema lens.
Cheap cinema lens.
Keep telling me what's in there. Hold on, I'm gonna try something.
I ran out of steam. What do I say?
Shit, like what are they working?
Well, they probably were shooting this on a fucking Sony Venice,
Venice.
With probably shot it with Leica Summicron or
Leica Cinemacron. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh shit, that's what I was thinking too. Leica Cinemacron.
Yeah,
or a Sony Cinemacron too lens.
And you know, just 444 color space, treating it like a 422 and reverse negative printing on there.
That's the 4
and
the
you go ahead.
Reverse 2. It's definitely going to be somewhere around 4, maybe 3 or 5.
Yeah, 3. The color space is 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Yeah. That's
now. Can we put that headphone on there just so we stop having the screeching though?
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
That's what this problem is?
I think so. Yeah.
How would that be a problem?
With the head.
Oh, why it's coming out of the. Oh, I didn't know that.
Why is mine not doing it?
Why? Oh, I didn't know that.
Testing.
Can I turn these down then? That's why
Check.
it's so fucking loud.
Check. 1, 2. Check. Turn my headphones up.
Yeah.
Oh. Yours?
What? Mine?
Oh.
Turn my headphones up.
So when Sam was telling me before to turn his up, I was turning yours up.
Oh, cool.
You turn mine up?
And nobody noticed the difference?
You turn mine up real quick?
I was like, maybe we're just running loud today. Oh, Jesus. Maybe we just...
Remember that shit right there?
Maybe we're doing... that was fun. We're doing Loud Mondays.
So everybody's an expert who knows everything about filmmaking, and it pisses me off that we didn't get any input on the camera or the lenses because it is important, and they fucked it up. I'm just complaining about Adult Swim. But now, regardless, I like these fireworks up there. That's nice for gay pride. So the stunt driver guy, he knew everything about filming a car crash scene, and he said he swore up and down that if the truck is traveling at 25 miles an hour on camera, because the camera adds 10 pounds, it's going to look like it's going 80 miles an hour. And it's going to be the most satisfying crash scene ever, which is why it's cut to like 4 frames, the crash scene, because it looked like
ass.
Yeah.
He knows that because you know what he knew about you is that you've never seen a car on video.
I've never seen...
or even thought about it.
I've never seen a movie where there were car crash or a live leak video or anything where there was a car crash.
It's not like you have been working from a computer for the majority of your life, specifically having like a hobby in...
police activity, shooting videos, and car crash
car
videos.
And drifting.
I've never seen one.
You don't even know what any of those words are.
And I didn't know also the truck was, can you go ahead and get the truck on frame? The truck was so special. It was an M24719G. So it's a piece of war history. It's a truck that we were very lucky to get this truck. I mean, me and Nick, we said you could literally crash anything into the Miata, but it was insisted upon that it was the M2649 Army truck. That's amazing. And the guy that owned it was a fucking pussy who swore up and down, this truck will take anything you throw at it. You can crash this truck into anything, and it'll smash right through it. Yeah, it's going to look beautiful. And then when it came time to shoot, the guy that owned the truck said, can you not crash it at 25? Can you do it at 20 miles an hour? Because I don't want to damage the front. You remember that?
Yeah, and then it did.
And then it did damage the front.
Yep.
And the owner was making this big like fucking, oh my truck is the bash bars are bent on my M1792. They don't make these anymore.
They didn't make 10,000 of them, and there's not 56,000 of them in a yard.
Yeah.
They give those things away. It's like my dad buying a Hummer 1, an Army 1. There's a fucking Quonset hut full of them in every state.
There's an entire state full of them.
There's an entire state full of those. If you can't find an M110 bumper, you can't leave this studio without bumping your knees on a M110.
They keep them in the hallway. They stack them 10 high in the hallway.
People are constantly fucking bumping into them in factories. They're just sitting behind old furniture factories, M110 bumpers, crushing secretaries every state.
But this truck is like a pigeon. It's like a New York City pigeon.
Yeah, it's a seagull.
There's like infinity of those in Georgia backwoods. There's a place where you go into the Infinity M10 truck zone.
It's like it's an anthill filled with M110s.
But I like that it was damaged by smashing into a Miata at 20 miles an hour.
And honestly, the story that really tells is how good the Miata was.
Yeah.
The Miata was the fucking best thing.
Miata's you know what? It gets a pass. You got to give it a...
Yeah,
okay.
I think I'm going to universally, because if you can track day a fucking Miata, dude, you're not worried about breaking your fucking car.
No. The backstory was that I was on a plane, and there were these two gay guys, and they were sitting, one was on the aisle and one was on the window, and they were nasty old gay guys. And I was like, hey, can I switch with one of you guys? And they said, no, we do this on every flight. We love one of us in the aisle and one in the hallway. And then the rest of the flight, they were just farting.
Fuck.
And it wasn't audible farts, but I could smell their gaping assholes.
Were they like large gays or small gays?
They were medium-sized old men gays.
Okay.
50-year-old gay guys.
Okay. So, Mr. McSassy Pants gays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blazer bow tie.
Oh.
Quirky.
Oh, no shit. Like advertising gays?
Checker pattern shirt. Something like that, maybe.
Like that shit?
Not that animated. But it reminded me of my math teacher in high school.
What was his name?
Mr. Hilliard. He was really funny. I don't know if he was like a molester or something, but everything else was funny about him. He was like he would say, your posture, you can. He was like 70 years old. He was kind of if he wasn't a molester, he was a funny, cool guy. But I don't know what his deal was. But he was telling kids how he would brace a piece of cardboard around the chair to like fix his posture, which looked like the most uncomfortable, retarded thing ever. And then he was like, he was explaining how like graphs with intersection points where you find like the most optimal part of two properties is. And he was saying that he calculated that you could get every nutrition, all the nutrition that the body needs with egg noodles and peas.
Yep. So he was right.
Yeah. And then
egg noodles and peas?
Yeah.
Was he like Willy Wonka?
He was like Willy Wonka. And he was funny because he was funny the same way that my mom's funny, because he would be like pissed off and disciplinarian, but his discipline was totally impotent, so you could just like kind of laugh at it.
Yeah.
And I remember I came in 2 full hours late to the SAT test, which you're like the SAT, they take it super seriously at that school because it's like you're supposed to get into an Ivy League school after.
Have to, 100%.
And I remember walking in 2 hours late, and his disdain, like his hatred for me, was so funny. It was very much like my mom. And he came over and like slapped the test down without saying anything and walked away. It was really funny.